Hey guys, this is RyGuyGaming here today, back with a new series, and today we are going to be playing Tomb Raider, like I said in the Let's Talk from a couple days ago. If you're not aware, this year of 2001 is the 25th year anniversary of the release of the original game, which I have right here, and we are going to go ahead and start playing through it. So this is just the demo mode right now. But anyways, before we get started, I just did want to mention one thing. I will be using the keyboard and mouse, excuse me, just the keyboard, to play this game. If you find that annoying, let me know down in the comments, and I can probably try to get the controller set up with Joy-to key, because like, you can hear I'm pushing the keyboard keys while I'm talking right now. I don't know if that's annoying or if you can even hear it. I'll have to listen back to the audio, but if it's too annoying, I can switch to controller and just deal with the jankiness of having to map keyboard keys to a controller. But anyways, today we're just going to do the tutorial level and do the Croft Manor, or Lara's house as it's called here. And so let's just hop on in. Alright. Sorry that for the jump cut I had to mess with some recording settings, because I guess...
Use the D-pad to go into the music room.
Alright, stop talking for a second. I guess I guess my recording software doesn't like this game for some reason, so I'll have to use display capture, which is unfortunate, but this is a full screen game anyway, so hopefully that shouldn't be too much of an issue. And it looks to be recording okay. Anyways, you can see here that I am running this at a 16:9 resolution, which probably shouldn't be possible for a PlayStation game, but I am playing the PC version. The PC version normally runs in DOSBox, but you can actually download a fix that a person has gratefully put together, which holds a bunch of tweaks and improvements, and basically it makes the game look and play. Well, I'll mostly say look. It makes it look like the PlayStation 1 version, but it also gives it widescreen and like FOV adjustment and stuff. And so the PlayStation version, I believe, is the most superior version of this game. The DOS version had a lot of issues, like it lacked some of the musics, and I don't think it looked as nice, and a lot of the sound files aren't included. And so you'll definitely want to install or run the patch if you do play this game on the PC. If you have it on the PlayStation, then you're already playing the best version.
Let's do some tumbling. Press the jump button.
Really, the only difference between the PlayStation version and the PC version is after you run the patch is that you can save at any point on the PC version, whereas on the PSX version, you have to run into like save crystals, which can be kind of annoying if you aren't very good at the game like me. So PC is probably the definitive version once you have all the patches installed. But anyways, we're going to play through this tutorial, and I'm going to kind of shut up now. But she basically told us to jump.
Press one of the directions, and I'll jump that way.
And this kind of outlines the janky controls of this game. So if you haven't been able to tell yet, she uses tank controls. So when I push left, she'll spin left, and when I push right, she'll spin right. I do have sidestep buttons, but they're really slow and aren't worth it. And so when you run around, this is kind of how you control. And then you can jump backwards, and then when you jump, if you push the jump button, you'll just jump straight up in the air. To jump in a direction, you have to push the jump button and a direction. So I'm pushing back and jump, now sideways and jump, now the other way, and now forward again. And then there's a couple other ways to jump. Well, I guess there's really only one other way, and that's the running jump. So when you're running and you hold jump, I think that's the furthest jump you can do. The thing that's weird with the running jump is that Lara actually won't jump immediately. She kind of has a little bit of a delay. So I'm going to start running forward and hold the jump button pretty much immediately. You'll probably be able to hear it with how loud my keyboard is, but you'll notice she doesn't jump for a minute. So yeah, you can see it takes her a second before she actually jumps. And that's just part of
The
the
main hall.
mechanics
Sorry
of
about the
this game.
crates. I'm having some things
Part
put
of the
into storage and the delivery
difficulty
people haven't been yet.
Part of the difficulty of this game, sorry, I don't really want to talk over her, is getting used to the controls, especially since it's kind of difficult to get this game working on a controller, which I think is the superior input method for this
Run
game,
up
in
to a
my
crate,
opinion.
And while still pressing forward, press action, and I'll vault up onto it.
Mostly because I don't know if you can remap the keys to like W, A, S, and D. Maybe you can. But at the same time, it doesn't really make sense because there's no mouse aiming or anything. So what I'm playing with right now is just the default controls. And so the controls are Control, Alt, Left Shift, Spacebar, and the arrow keys, which actually isn't so bad. Usually the only time arrow keys are bad as a control is when you have to use the mouse. But since I'm not touching the mouse,
the ballroom.
the arrow keys are
converted it
fine,
into my own
and
personal gym.
so my right
What do
hand's
you
on the
think?
arrow keys, and my
Well,
left
I don't
hands
actually
are
run
on the.
everywhere.
My left
With the walk
hand,
button
I
down,
don't have
I won't
multiple
fall
left
off, even
hand.
if you try to make it.
Is the
Go on,
the
try
left shift, left alt, left control, and it'll be used for spacebar once we get our
If you want
guns.
to look around, press and hold the look button. Then press in the direction you want to look.
So yeah, there is a walk button, and when you have walk held, it's kind of like Minecraft's crouch. I will never fall off the edge as long as I'm holding the walk button. And of course, my backwards and forward movement is a little slower. I think the side step is still the same, but you'll see when I don't hold walk and I jump backward and I push the backwards key, she kind of hops, but if I hold walk, she just kind of steps backwards. So if I don't hold walk, I can fall off edges as I please.
If a jump is too far for me, I can grab the ledge and save myself from a nasty fall. Walk to the edge with the white line until I won't go any further. Then press jump immediately, followed by forward, and while I'm in the air, press and hold the action button.
So this is one thing I kind of miss
Press
about a
forward
lot
and
of
I'll
old
climb up.
games, is the whole fourth wall breaking nature of them. A lot of old games were like this, where the character would tell you the button to push. On a lot of PlayStation
do a
games, they
running
would
jump,
even
I
tell
can
you
make a
like
jump
press
like
the
that, no
triangle
problem.
button. If you
Walk to
remember
the edge
from
with the
like
white line until I stop.
Spyro, they would say like
Then
press
let
the
go of
triangle
walk
button.
and tap backwards to give me a run up.
Oh
Press
yeah, I
forward
did forget.
and almost
You can
immediately
push
press and
the
hold the
circle
jump
button, or the
I
circle
won't actually
button,
jump until the last
the
minute.
0 button on the number pad to kind of look around. So that's nice if you need to get a better view. But now she's telling us how to do a running jump, which I already showed you. So the trick for a running jump is to walk up to the edge, back up, and then do it, and you'll jump right at the edge.
Right,
So
this
that's
is a
the
really
best
big
way
one.
to do it.
To do a running jump exactly as before, except while I'm in the air, press and hold the action button to make me grab the ledge.
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't really mentioned this, but she's been
Nice.
talking about it. I love that. Nice. You have to. Lara doesn't grab ledges immediately. You have to hold down the control button for her to grab ledges. Otherwise, she'll just hit the wall and
Try to
fall
vault
down.
up here. Press forward and hold action.
Now she's going
I
to
can't
teach
climb
us
up
how to
because the gap
shimmy.
is too small. But press right and I'll shimmy sideways until there is room. Then press forward.
And I'm going to show you something you can do. So there's a couple of like style moves, I guess. If you hold down the walk button while you push up to climb up, she'll kind of like do a handstand and walk over to get up onto a ledge.
Tap backwards and I'll jump off backwards. Immediately press and hold the action button and I'll grab the ledge on the way down.
It's kind of just like a cool little thing you can do. So yeah, if you push backwards and push the action, she'll grab on in case you don't want to fall. So that's kind of how you can grab a ledge. Another thing you can do is if you're like near the edge and you're facing this way, you can push the end button on the keyboard, the one directly above the arrow keys, and she'll... Oh, I guess I was too close to the edge. I guess you want to be further back. But she'll do the flip thing, and then you can grab onto the ledge.
Let's
Probably
go
want
for
to be a
swim.
little further away from the edge,
The
though.
jump button and the directions move me around underwater.
So one more thing you can do for style is if you're doing a running jump and you hold the walk button, you can do a dive. Like, oops, I pushed them in the wrong. So you want to jump first. Jump first. Oh, I'm pushing control. See these freaking controls, bro. Jump. And I pushed the walk button too late. So, sorry. So you jump and hold the walk button. There we go. And she'll do a dive. So you can do that into the water if you want, like this. And dive into the water. And then, yeah, like she said, you just hold down the jump button to swim. And the arrow keys will move you around under the water. And up in the upper right, you can see my breath bar. Once you run out of breath, you will start losing health, and then, of course, you will die.
Air. Just use forward and left and right to maneuver around on the surface. Press jump to dive down for another swim about, or go to the edge and press action to climb out.
So yeah, if we come over here near the edge...
Right. Now I'd better take off these wet clothes.
Yeah, this game was made for teenagers, so that's why she says that. Anyways, so let me go into here. Hopefully this won't start the demo mode now. But yeah, that's actually going to do it for this episode. I know this one was shorter than episodes I usually do, but I just wanted to start off the series with kind of a shorter ordeal today. We were just going to play through the tutorial. Next time we'll actually get into the game. Anyways though, thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't ramble too much. Again, let me know about the keyboard if it's too annoying. Hopefully you can't really hear it. I'll have to listen back to this. But anyways, I hope you all have an excellent day. Thanks again for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.